everyone! Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving headfirst into the heart of the action, the city that never sleeps, New York City. If you're planning a trip to the Big Apple and wondering where to even begin, you've come to the right place. We're about to break down the top 10 must-do activities that'll have you saying, "I heart NY" in no time. We're talking iconic landmarks, hidden gems, and those quintessential New York experiences you just can't miss. From the flashing lights of Times Square to the quiet moments of reflection at the 9/11 Memorial, we've got you covered. So buckle up, grab your Metro card, and get ready for an adventure. This is your crash course in experiencing the best of New York City. Let's do it! First up, it's impossible to talk about New York City without mentioning the Statue of Liberty. I mean, come on! That iconic silhouette against the Manhattan skyline is pure magic. This monument isn't just a pretty face, though. It's a symbol of hope, freedom, and opportunity, representing the American dream for countless immigrants arriving in the New World. To really experience it, hop on a ferry to Liberty Island. Trust me, getting up close and personal with Lady Liberty is something else. You can even climb all the way to the crown for some insane views. Just make sure you book your tickets in advance because they sell out fast. And while you're there, swing by Ellis Island too. The Immigration Museum there will give you a whole new perspective on the history of New York and the people who built it. Next, we're trading the concrete jungle for an actual jungle. Well, sort of. Central Park is like the lungs of New York City, a sprawling green oasis smack dab in the middle of all the chaos. You could easily spend an entire day here and still not see everything. We're talking miles of walking trails, bike paths, sprawling lawns, perfect for picnicking, and even a zoo. Rent a rowboat and take a leisurely paddle around the lake, or catch a free Shakespeare in the Park performance during the summer. And if you're an art fan, don't miss the Bethesda Terrace and Fountain. The architecture and the people watching are both top-notch. Honestly, Central Park is like a microcosm of New York City itself, diverse, vibrant, and full of surprises. All right, art lovers, this one's for you. The Metropolitan Museum of Art, or the Met as the cool kids call it, is like a crash course in art history. We're talking a collection spanning over 5,000 years, from ancient Egyptian tombs to iconic Impressionist paintings. You could literally spend days getting lost in here, and I wouldn't judge you one bit. Make sure to check out the Temple of Dendur, wander through the American Wing for a dose of homegrown creativity, and pay your respects to the Egyptian art collection. It's seriously impressive. And hey, if you need a break from all the art appreciation, head up to the rooftop garden for some killer views of Central Park. Seriously, the Met is an absolute must-do for anyone visiting New York City. Okay, time for another iconic New York experience, walking the Brooklyn Bridge. This isn't just any bridge, people. It's an engineering marvel, a historical landmark, and honestly, just a really damn good walk. You can walk, jog, bike, or even rollerblade across. Just try not to get in anyone's way. As you're walking, take a moment to appreciate the sheer scale of it all. The massive steel cables, the towering granite towers, the endless flow of traffic below. And of course, the views. Oh man, the views. You've got the Manhattan skyline on one side, the Statue of Liberty in the distance, and the East River stretching out before you. It's pretty damn magical, especially at sunset. All right, let's talk entertainment, baby. Because when you're in New York City, you gotta catch a Broadway show. It's like a rite of passage, a chance to experience the magic of live theater in its purest form. Whether you're into Tony Award-winning dramas, side-splitting comedies, or those classic larger-than-life musicals, there's a show for everyone on Broadway. Get your tickets in advance, though, because these shows sell out fast. And hey, even if you don't snag tickets to a show, just walking around Times Square at night, surrounded by all the flashing lights and billboards, is an experience in itself. Speaking of Times Square, yeah, you gotta experience the sensory overload that is this iconic intersection at least once. It's bright, it's loud, it's crowded, it's everything you've ever heard about, and more. Giant LED screens flashing ads, street performers vying for your attention, costume characters trying to sell you something. It's a wild, chaotic spectacle that's quintessentially New York. Grab a giant pretzel from a street vendor, snap a selfie with all the lights, and just soak up the energy. It's overwhelming, sure, but it's also exhilarating in a way that only Times Square can be. All right, time to get high. Above the city, that is. No trip to New York City is complete without a visit to the top of the Empire State Building. This iconic skyscraper has been a symbol of the city since it was built back in the 1930s, and those views, let's just say they're worth the price of admission alone. Head up to the 86th floor observation deck for some seriously epic panoramic views of the city. You can see Central Park, the Chrysler Building, the Brooklyn Bridge, all the way out to the Statue of Liberty on a clear day. It's an incredible way to get a sense of the sheer scale and grandeur of New York City. Next up, we're shifting gears a bit and visiting a place that's both somber and incredibly moving, the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. This is a place to reflect on the tragic events of September 11th and honor the victims, the first responders, and the resilience of New York City. The two reflecting pools built on the footprints of the Twin Towers are incredibly powerful. You can't help but feel the weight of history and loss as you read the names of the victims etched in bronze around the pools. The museum itself is a deeply moving experience, filled with artifacts, photographs, and first-hand accounts of that day. It's a lot to take in, but it's an important reminder of the human cost of that tragedy and the importance of unity and remembrance. All right, back to a lighter note. Let's talk shopping, because no trip to New York is complete without a little retail therapy. And there's no better place to do some serious damage to your wallet than Soho. This trendy neighborhood is known for its cobblestone streets, cast iron architecture, and of course, its incredible shopping. You'll find everything here, from high-end designer boutiques to independent shops selling unique, one-of-a-kind finds. Even if you're not in the mood to shop, Soho is just a cool place to wander around. Check out the art galleries, grab a coffee at a sidewalk cafe, and just soak up the creative energy of the neighborhood. Finally, we're ending our culinary tour of New York City at Chelsea Market. This indoor market is a foodie's paradise, with over 35 vendors selling everything from fresh seafood and artisan cheeses to gourmet chocolates and craft beer. Come hungry, because you're going to want to try a little bit of everything. Grab a lobster roll at Lobster Place, sample some artisanal cheese at Saxby Cheesemongers, and finish it all off with a scoop of gelato at L'Arte del Gelato. And if you're lucky enough to be there on a weekend, check out the Chelsea Flea Market, held right outside. You can find some amazing vintage clothing, antique furniture, and other unique treasures. And there you have it, folks. Your crash course in the top 10 must-do activities in New York City. From iconic landmarks to hidden gems, this city has something for everyone. So what are you waiting for? Book that trip, pack your bags, and get ready to experience the magic of New York City for yourself. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel tips and guides. See you next time.